So here we've done just the usual checking, just like a wet check before competition, even show jump or dressage. What we were looking for here is any dysfunction or anything that visible on the horse, the walking, how he's holding the neck or anything. Then here I've started the section. I've started with Swedish relaxation massage on Freddie. I've started on the neck. Here we will see only the right side of the horse, even here during the relaxation massage or in the further parts of the video. So yeah, as you can see here, I've started on the neck of the horse, from the pole junction down to the shoulder. I've been looking for any soreness on the horse or stress points that I need to work on later on. After the neck, I started to work on the shoulder, on the supraspinatus and on the deltoid and the triceps. These are just really soft movements on the horse, just to warm him up a bit and just to get his attention on me. Yeah, there's on the triceps, back to the supraspinatus. And then down to the leg. Freddie is a dressage horse, so the interiors and the flexors not as important as for a show jump horse on this level. He's just a career starter right now, but of course we always need to check all the parts of the horse. And then the back is the next station on him. It's always a special important part of the horse, mostly for the dressage horses. All the flexions, the tendons goes through the back. We need to have a really soft and relaxed back horse, and most parts of the stress point and the soreness can be on the back for a dressage horse. So I paid special attention on this part of Freddie, and even that's a bit more to the hind end of the horse, the psoas muscle. It's especially important for the dressage horses. I'm gonna do a release for it. Yeah, and here is the checking of the vertebra for the T1 to the T18. There is no any special problem on him. And then the hind end is coming. Just here I need to do magic tricks with the blanket. And here the hind end. On the top of the butt of the horse. Yes, here I go down from the gluteus medius on the top, and then all the way down to the biceps femoris and the quadriceps femoris. These are even so important parts of the horse, and needs to be relaxed and checked always, and then really down to the leg. And then here I started the massage with special massage strokes. After that I checked all the stress points and soreness on the horse. Then I can start with the real work. As you can see, I've started on the ears of him. He really likes this part. He can just get relaxed. You can see just showing with the mouse. Then the forehead and the ears. It's a combination of the two parts. It's really just to get the attention, to make him relaxed. To get a little release from the horse. And then I move to the pole junction and the TMG. These are very important parts for the horse, for a dressage horse again, because when we want the horse to get a collected shape, or to have a self-carriage, that's even very important for the dressage horses, then we always need to have really relaxed pole junction for our dressage horse. The TMG is another very special part of the dressage horse. When we doing the flexions with him, or the bends for the horse, the TMG is always very important to be relaxed, to be stress pointless, and just to have a really nice and soft TMG. That's what we can see here. It's not a too hard stroke on him, because these are a bit intense parts of Freddie, so I didn't want to work too hard on these parts for the first, and then here we can see a bit stronger stroke on him. And then I just started to go down on the brachiocephalic and then the rhomboid and the cranial side of the trapezius muscle. These are maybe the most important muscles of his neck. There were no any special soreness on Freddie's neck. He really likes that part. He's just holding that. And then I moved to the shoulder of Freddie. There I just a bit moved the supraspinatus. He has a really soft and relaxed shoulder part, and the shoulder blade. Yeah, there I started on the 7 release points of the shoulder. The first is up to the scapula there, the side of the wither. Then I move down to the second, and the third point, it's a bit up to the chest of the horse. I could use even medium hard strokes on the shoulder, and then I started even again from the wither and just go down on 3 points down to the triceps and to the elbow of the horse, and then go back up and down again. I did it a couple of times. Yeah, here he just looking for what am I doing at the moment. But then the hay is more interesting than any massage working on the horse. Then this part is mostly a myofascial massage on the shoulder. It's a good part for it. On the front side of the shoulder, it's really soft skin on the horse, even on the triceps. And then I move down to the leg. It's a special stroke that I can use on the leg of the horse. Just little movements on the cranial and the caudal side of the leg, just moving to the proximal. And then I will continue the section in the back. Luckily Freddie's back is pretty good in compare with it. He is just a career starter dressage horse. It's getting stronger and stronger. There is no any special stress point or soreness on the back. But here, as we can see, I've started with softer strokes on it, just for sure. So just little circle movements to warm it up. The back is even very important. We have several especially important muscles there, such as the longissimus dorsi, the latissimus dorsi, and the one that I've already talked about, the psoas. It's on the caudal side of the back of the horse. It's about the end of the thoracic vertebra, and that's what we really need to make to work when we want to have the horse to collect and to self-carriage, because it's just the part that can really make the hind end work for the horse. Yeah, here I even moved down to the girth part just to make sure there is no any stress points from the girth or any special problem like that. And I started with a little stronger strokes on the back because it's a very big and important muscle part of the horse. As we can see, there is no pain on the back of Fred. And that's the strongest stroke that I've used to massage Freddie's back part. I didn't want to use stronger, just to make sure he will not have any bad memories from the massage section. Yes, he's so relaxed, just eating his hay. And then here I go with the psoas release. And we can see that he was very quick with it. The sign of the releasing of the psoas is that he just starting to relax the hind leg of the side of that what we're working on. So if we try to release the psoas on the right side of the horse, when he starts to relax the right hind leg, then we did it very well. Yeah, and then I moved down to the hind end. It's the last part of the horse. Here during this section, here I started on the gluteus medius again, on the top of it. Yeah, on the hind end I can use stronger strokes just to warm it up. It's bigger muscle system. I've spent a little time on the gluteus medius and on the quadriceps and the biceps femoris as well, just to make sure it's gonna be good enough and to reach my goal. Otherwise, I usually make the massage section on 4 parts of the horse, basically 8, but 4 per side. I make firstly the neck, the head is here as well, but there's not too much work, then the shoulder, then the back, and then finally the hind end. Yeah, then the biceps femoris that I've started to work on. Then a bit back to the gluteus medius. The quadriceps femoris, there's on the elbow. Tensor fascia. And the gastrocnemius on the, there on the back. Just up to the hock. It's again the stroke that I can use on the leg. It's just the same what I've done on the first, on the front legs. And I always pet him just to make sure he's relaxed and he knows what to do. And then here's the last part of this section. That's the stretching. Usually I just make him free. I don't like to have any rope on him when I'm stretching him. First I start with the pole, the TMG junction. I just stretch it on the middle of the neck, and then on the shoulder part, so here the whole neck can stretch. I just hold on the nose. He's already knows this exercise very well. Then I do immediately the other side. You can see here he goes from the pole junction. Then on the next, he gonna go from the middle of the neck. There is a little more stretch. More systems, more muscular systems can stretching here. And finally, I hold on the shoulder, and here the whole neck can stretch down to the side. And after it, I starting with the cranial stretches of the front leg. Firstly, just out, and then to the lateral side, and finally across before the horse to the medial side, and then out again, and then exactly the same on the other front leg. It's always important to do exactly the same work when we are doing stretching, massaging. Out, lateral, and medial, and then out, and just let it go back. I always do the stretching at the end of the section just to make sure the horse is already warming up. It's very dangerous to stretch a cold horse. Yeah, and here to the caudal side with the front leg. And the other one. We just hold the front of the hoof and in the middle junction. And then it's shoulder out. I just take my hand to the supraspinatus and move it out. It's easier if I turn the head on myself, because then it just gets relaxed. And then finally the back, the hind legs, out to the caudal side, and then to the cranial side, and the other hind leg. And it's finally done.